Hello my fellow humans, and welcome back to another daily dice. We asked the dice for a message and find out what that is. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you, and for anybody new here, welcome. This is a reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. We do things completely differently here on this channel, so if things do happen to resonate with you, it would mean the world to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe down below. So I did get a channel message, your spiritual royalty, that's coming through, and I'm actually going to be using the Wild Unknown Alchemy Oracle today for this daily dice to see what comes through. I'm just giving that a quick shuffle here. Alright, Source, there's spiritual royalty. What would you like to tell them? Okay, thank you. There's spiritual royalty. What would you like to tell them today, Source? Whoa, okay. Alright, these are definitely weird for me to shuffle, but I'm going to get there. There's spiritual royalty. So what message do you have for them today, Source? What would you like to say in regards to this? There's spiritual royalty. Whoa, this one's the one that wants to come out. Okay. Let's see what's on the bottom. We've got Mars on the bottom. And it's interesting because Mars it connects with Aries energy. And when we think about the tarot, it connects with the Emperor. So this is about you creating an empire, right? And building something from scratch. It's taking that action. When all seems lost, you're able to still move forward and do what you need to do in this lifetime. It hasn't been easy for you, and there's a lot of fire that's driving you right now. But again, your spiritual royalty, it's showing that that is all driven by the spiritual realm. So whether that's your ancestors, your guides, your angels, source, whatever you believe in, they're definitely a driving force behind you, helping you to embody that flame and keep going forward. Everything is just within your reach, even if it doesn't really feel like that right now. Alright, Source, there's spiritual royalty. What else would you like to share with them today? What messages do you have? My fellow humans, are spiritual royalty. What would you like to tell them today, Source? Interesting. Of course, we're going to get the North Node. We have Taurus in the 4th house. Okay, so you could have benefic 4th house Taurus or North Node placements in your chart. You could have Taurus North Node, which would be Scorpio South Node. You could have Cancer North Node, which would be Capricorn South Node, or vice versa. So, spiritual royalty, you were one that was sent down and you grew up in a very difficult lineage. Okay, you had a very difficult background. You had a very difficult home life. There was a lot of codependencies in your home. There was a lot of maybe passive-aggressive energy in your home. And there wasn't nurturing like there needed to be. There might have been very distant parents here, very distant caretakers, people who were just always out for themselves and not looking out for you. And this is something that you're healing, right? Part of your North Node is about you coming, especially if it's in Taurus, it's about you coming back and creating a very safe environment. And if you have Taurus North Node, you have Scorpio South Node, which is saying that you're moving away from this, constantly working, striving to be successful and have a known name and be seen by the world. Striving so hard for that, right? Rather, it's about creating a very balanced environment for you to thrive in. That feels weird, right? And even if you don't have a North Node in Taurus or a South Node in Scorpio, that's still what you're moving towards. The spiritual royalty here is showing me that you're meant to be, like when we think of royalty, we think royalty is always like silver platter. They get everything handed to them. They get everything gifted to them. And that's what's going to happen for you along your journey. It's not that you haven't worked hard for these things. What it is that you have had to let go of the belief that you weren't worthy of just receiving blessing after blessing after blessing. But that was also because you were carrying a lot of intergenerational curses here that were weighing very heavily on you. And so now there's a sign of luxury, of loyalty, of stability, of enjoying the finer things in life. You're meant to enjoy the luxuries that life has to offer. And for some of you, that could be a nice ride, that could be a nice home. For many of you, I feel like that's being able to go to travel wherever you want to, or to eat the types of food that you want to eat, and to be able to experience these very luxurious things that you never got to as a child or never got to growing up. Like maybe going out and exploring around your town or around the world that's near you, right? And that's what this really feels like. And this is all a part of your North Node. You're meant to enjoy these things in life. It's not about how much money you have. It's about how you're able to make a stable environment and thrive in that stable environment with what you have and the self-care that you give to yourself. And that has been something I feel like has been very difficult, is letting go of this idea that, oh, I am a product of my money. Money will bring me freedom. Money will bring me everything. But you're moving into a more alchemical state where it's realizing my vibration is what actually brings me what I want. I'm going to be using my original Tarot Marseille today, and we're going to see what comes through here. So Source, my fellow humans are spiritual royalty. What more would you like to share with them today? Love and work, it's all supposed to work out for you. I feel like trusting this is a main part of your journey as well. Having faith that everything is going to come together for you. Many of you might have had issues with your stomach or with your chest. And part of that comes from not trusting in the process. The Cancerian energy is ruled by the Ajna chakra, and that's our third eye. And that's the ability to clearly see, right? With our spiritual energy. And sometimes it might be hard for you to trust yourself. And that's what they're saying here is like trusting yourself and feeling good about what it is that you're doing is going to help you move into this state of abundance, what you're destined to have. My fellow humans are spiritual royalty. What would you like to share with them today, Source? Yeah, there's massive changes on the horizon for you. And again, it's physical changes. These are physical things that are changing in your life. That could be money, health, stability, financial stability, financial independence. That could be your car, that could be your home, that could be people around you, but it's in this taste, touch, feel type of way. This is something that's very physical in this world. My fellow humans are spiritual royalty. What would you like to share with them? Yeah, okay, so this with the Fool coming out in the reverse, I feel like what's changing here is that you're no longer going to be fooled by people, whereas maybe you were fooled by people in the past because you were so worried about seeming a certain way, fulfilling that curse from the family lineage while still trying to let it go. There's a weird dynamic that happens when we see our family and we see them living out these patterns and these wounds, and we're like, oh, that is not who I want to be. But then recognizing that we're also carrying that. And sometimes that's hard for us to stomach that, oh my gosh, I'm actually carrying that belief too. Like I'm actually living that. And this really feels like you learning how to step into your own internal power and accept that it's okay for me to be different and separate from them. But I feel like what that generational curse has brought is also believing people who are foolish people, or who are able to fool you and pull the wool over your eyes, right? People who are tricksters, people who are indecisive, people who are getting you to go up off your path here and stray from your path, because when you stray from your path, somehow that makes them feel better. Yeah, we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Coming out next to the Fool here, we see that your reversal of fortune, or the bad luck that has transpired in your life, has been from embodying on a subconscious level, living by this intergenerational curse. And now it's coming to the conscious. And as it comes to the conscious, that means that physical things are changing for you, and you're no longer going to be living in this bad luck type of energy where you can't take action, or where you have take action but everything's fallen apart. Like that's what it feels like here. And so spiritual royalty is saying that while you struggled in the beginning, that doesn't mean it's always going to be so. You were required to show up and do the work. And now that you're showing up and doing the work and letting go, that means that you're balancing out your energies. And as you balance out your energies and feel good about yourself, this is going to start shifting for you. This is going to start creating more and more change in your life in a positive way, right? So there's no need to stay in this indecisive energy that you might have been in or found yourself in time and time again because of, well, I feel like I'm traveling down the road that I'm meant to go down, but then I feel like it's not even working for me. It's because you're just clearing out that old South Node energy. We have mutable. Look at this. Surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. Opening up to new beginnings. We have Gemini, Virgo, Sag, and Pisces energy here. Starting to surrender, not trying to control the outcome anymore. Realizing that it's beyond your control. Right? Why are you going to try and control something that you can't control? Like, if you have no control over it, it's just wasted energy trying to control the outcome. So there's a lot of things here that you're letting go of. And I feel like control is the biggest one here. Control is saying, like, I don't have to hold on to this anymore. I can surrender and feel free and trust in the process. Assistance with access. It is necessary to ask for and receive and accept help in order to receive it, right? So you're receiving help from your guides. You're receiving help from the spiritual realm. There's a golden key to a golden opportunity just around the corner here that's coming in for you, and you're going to know what it is. You're going to recognize it for sure. What else would you like to say, Source? Okay, thank you. On the bottom, we've got turn on your heart light. Reflect on a time when you experienced love. This is you opening up to the divine realm and letting their love become you. It's not even about shining a light anymore. It's about becoming the light. And that might sound like a weird situation, weird transition, but it's not. It's where it's no longer believing that I'm shining this light or I am the light. It's just embodying the light. There's no need to know when it simply is. And that's what's happening here. And that's bringing through your luck, your joy, your happiness, your fulfillment, your contentment, because you're cultivating it from within. Look at this lock on this card. We have Juno, find true love. The key goes in the lock. You're opening up to your true love, to whoever it is that's meant to be in your life as well. Spiritual royalty means that you're going to have somebody who is spiritually a vibrational match for you. We're not looking at fulfilling labels. We're not looking at fulfilling roles. We're looking at someone stepping up and coming into your life. And this feels like a new person. Someone you've never met before. This feels like a new person coming in and seeing you as you are and recognizing, wow, that is somebody that I've got to have in my life and I don't want to let them go. And pursuing you because of that. We have Pluto. Yeah, go all in, baby. This is sort of saying, like, this is someone that you're meant to go all in with. This is someone who's going to grow with you. And you're going to have a good life together. And I feel like you're going to impact the world together, too. But you're not meant to do it alone. You're going to have somebody by your side. And it doesn't even have to be romance. This could be true love in the face of having, you know, a friend. Ride or die friend. Okay, you're getting 3 angel numbers because I just rolled out. We have starting over. You're presented with an opportunity for a fresh start and new beginnings. Release regrets and embrace the present moment with openness and optimism. Yeah, this is a brand new beginning, a shift for you. Things are changing. We have the sun. Self-express and embody your truth. You are the sun. You are the light, right? There's no longer needing to know it when it simply is. That's that energy that I'm getting. Actually, I'm going to put this here. We have trusting tricksters. The trickster's only power is your trust. You're always free to withdraw it, and that's exactly what you're doing. You're no longer allowing people who don't have your best intentions to play a part in your story. Saying, nope, I'm cutting off access to my energy. You don't get to see me like that. You don't get to connect with me like that. We have love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. And then embodying this beautiful love. Spiritual awakening, 777. We have number 16 here, which is 7 as well. You're on the right path. You're spiritually evolving and aligning with your higher purpose. Yeah. Becoming who you were meant to become this whole time. Confidence, 909. Things are moving and you need to make a decision. Act with confidence and take risks, right? favor, what is it? Luck favors the bold, the brave, the ones that want to take risks, right? And transformation, 555, release old habits, embrace new opportunities for growth, and trust in the universe's plan for you. So a lot of healing, a lot of letting go, right? A lot of good luck coming in. Let's see what your card is. I'm going to read this from the book. We've got summertime. Summer, summer, summertime. Just sit back and unwind. I don't know who sings that song, but it's such a good song. What is that, a Will Smith song? Right? I don't know. Let me know. If you know who that is, comment down below. That totally helps. Alright, so this is number 18. Number 18. So what is that? Astis, Aestis, and summer. Fullness, vitality, and sensuality. Recall a summer memory. Put pen to page and write about it for a few moments. Fill the page quickly, letting the wave of summer sensations wash through you. The sun, connected with summer. Summer is a season of fire, and we got Mars on the bottom. We were talking about fire at the beginning. This card appears with other hot cards. Take note, the work may be in need of cooling or anchoring, okay? Bringing that into this existence, rooting your existence here. To experience summer is to be embodied. Embody your truth. What is that? What was the sun card? Yeah, self-express and embody your truth. The summer air kisses every crevice of our body, opening us up in ways long forgotten. Lust, desire, laughter, sweat, physicality. These are all expressions of summer's fullness shining through. When this card appears, know that the senses are heightening and the work is nearing full expression. That's why spiritual royalty is coming through. You've done the work, and now your soul can be who it was meant to be in this full embodiment of alignment. Okay? It may feel as though things are electrified or about to burst. Keep in mind that like all the alchemical seasons, summer will soon pass. For now, everything in your narrative is fleshed out, and the story has just another chapter or two until it begins again. So revel in this time of ripening in rhythm. Celebrate gathering, connecting. Whether the season is literal or metaphorical, let yourself be swept into the pulse of these hot and heavy nights. Watch the movie Call Me By Your Name, and to ponder all that is ripening, coming to the harvest, right? So right now everything is growing in full blossom, full bloom, and it's about to come into harvest in the fall. So you're about to reap what you've sown. This is literally Source saying whatever it is that you've asked for is just around the corner. But first you had to step into your spiritual royalty so that you could be the full expression of who you are and let your soul embody that truth so that you could receive the bountiful blessings that are coming to you. What a powerful reading. So this is what I see here for you. If you feel like this is your reading, leave the sun emoji down below and say, I burn away the old and I step into this powerful place of emboldening myself with the sun's divine light, knowing that is who I am. And if it resonated with you, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. And if you're interested in supporting the channel further, please check out the description box. It has everything you need, including how to reach me for a personal reading, as well as how to join as a member here on the channel. With that, I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming through to give us this very powerful message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.